guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my bathroom. Today we are doing a little get unready with me, kind of like a mini skincare routine. I don't have like a whole routine, I guess you could say. Like some people do the most. They have like, almost fell. They have like 20 steps. They have like 15 steps. I do not have that many steps. I probably have like 1, 2, like 4 or 5 at the most. So I decided to do a little get unready with me type of skincare video because I just filmed this look. It is up on my channel, so if you want to see that, I will link it down below. But I was like, why not just show the people how I take my makeup off, how I care for my skin, and what products I use. So if you want to see my little skincare routine, then please keep watching. Okay, so first things first, we need to take these eyelashes off. And I'm sorry I look crazy, but this is the real me. Okay, so we're gonna take our eyelashes off. I never wear eyelashes on the regular. Like even when I go out, I never wear eyelashes, my friends do. But then something in me was like, you need to buy these Ardell. I think they're the Demi Wispies, the ones that are like shorter in the inner corner and get longer in the outer corner. And I have been obsessed with them, and I just like I already have long lashes, but when I see them in the mirror, I'm just like, wow. It takes it to like a whole nother level. So, I'm sorry for these baby hairs that are everywhere. I cannot control them, but we're gonna take our eyelashes off first. Just get these off. Okay, next we're gonna take off the makeup. I like to use makeup wipes. I've never been somebody who uses like balms or oils or cleansers or anything. I just like to use makeup wipes personally. So I just have these L'Oreal Paris ones. I usually don't buy these. I usually get the Neutrogena, like the calming, like a night calming one, or their hydrating one. I like those two a lot, but I just have these L'Oreal ones that I'm gonna use up. I usually use like 1 or 2 wipes depending on how much makeup I have. I think I'm gonna use 2 today. So I'm just gonna take it and gently take the makeup off. You're gonna see like a lot of redness coming through because I have rosacea. So I have like a lot of bumps and redness naturally. So I'm just gonna take that off. You wanna be really gentle with your skin. You can see like redness coming through. People say that using makeup wipes isn't like the best thing because you're like putting a lot of pressure on your skin. But for me, it's just always worked. I don't push too hard on my skin. I like to do it very gently. Just make sure that everything comes off. So I used up one for my entire face. I'm gonna take another one and go in for the eyes. Cute. Okay, so now that most of the makeup is off with the wipes, I'm gonna go ahead and use a cleanser. I like to wash my face in the shower just because it's easier. I don't like when the water drips all on your arms when you're doing it in the sink. I don't really like that. It's kind of annoying. So I use these 2 cleansers. I kind of go back and forth. So this one is the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. Just looks like this. And then this one is the Simple Foaming Cleanser. This one is for more sensitive skin. I don't really have a preference when it comes to these 2. I kind of just switch it up. But for today, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use the simple one. I like how foamy it is. This one gets foamy like after a little bit when you keep adding water to it, but this one right off the bat is foamy. So one thing I should mention is that every like 2 or 3 days, I like to exfoliate my skin. I do have rosacea, like I said, so I do get like a lot of bumps, especially right in here and a little bit on my nose. So I like to just, you know, make sure that everything is nice and smooth. I don't do it every day. You're not supposed to exfoliate every day. So I do this every 2, probably 3 days. But I like the St. Ives one. This is the apricot scrub. So if I don't use a regular cleanser like these 2, I'll just go ahead and use this. But for today, I'm gonna use the simple one. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet my face. I probably just take about like 1 pump, so it's like that much. And then I'll just go ahead, wash my face. They say you should do this for like 60 seconds, I think. So I just like to go ahead. I like how foamy it is. Like you can really feel it getting all nice and clean. I like to focus mainly on like my cheek and my jaw area just because that is where my rosacea kind of is. I don't have it like all over my face. It's mainly like in this area right here. So just like to concentrate on those areas. A little bit on the forehead. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that now. I'm gonna go ahead and pat my skin dry. You really wanna make sure you pat your skin dry. You don't wanna like be extremely rough with your skin, especially like your under eye area, and your face in general has really sensitive skin. So you just wanna pat it dry. Make sure you get everything. So once my face is all nice and dry, I like to go in with a spray. So I like this Badescu rosewater spray. It says facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. They have other, he has other versions of this spray. He has like a lavender one, which is purple, and then a green. I think it's like chamomile, but this is like the original one, I think, the rose one. I've always used this one, I've always liked it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I like to give myself like a generous amount. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that seep into the skin. I realized I still have a little bit of like mascara and eyeliner under my eye. So I'm gonna take some Q-tips and just run it under water and then go ahead and get that off. So the next step in my little skincare routine is eye cream. I have never been somebody to use eye cream, but being in quarantine and this whole corona time, I've been experimenting with my skincare, and I have really ended up liking this one. This is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. Just looks like this. This is a little trial size. I ended up liking this one so much that I ended up buying the full version. So I'm gonna take a little bit and place that under the eye with my ring finger. They say that using your ring finger is the best because it has like the least amount of pressure, and that's just what your under eye needs because it's so sensitive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that on. I like to bring it up here, kind of by the brow bone as well. So now that the eye cream is on, I like to go ahead and use an oil. This is the Tarte maracujá oil. A lot of people say maracuja. It's maracujá. It is in Portuguese and it means passion fruit. So this is what I like to use. I don't like to use it too much. I like just a little bit. Especially when my skin is very dry, because I do have dry skin already. A little bit of oiliness kind of like on the nose and maybe a little bit on the forehead, but it's mainly on the dry side. So I like to use this. I like to use it with an e.l.f. stipple brush just because I don't like the feeling of a lot of oils on my hands. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the skin and take the brush, just work it all in. I like to bring it down the neck as well. You want to make sure that you're really taking care of your neck and your chest just like your face, because your neck is where your age will show, and it's just like your hands in maybe like 20 years, you're gonna get like a bunch of lines and like little wrinkles. You want to just make sure that you hydrate it and take care of it just like your face. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that sink into the skin for a little bit, and in the meantime I'm gonna tell you about this great mask that I've been using. So I've always heard of the company Glam Glow, especially from YouTubers, but I've never actually tried it myself. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but I was like, you know what, why not? Like, this is the time to experiment with my skincare. So I got the Thirsty Mud mask. Looks like this, it's in the blue bottle. I love this mask so much. So like I said, I do have the drier type of skin. It's called Thirsty Mud. It's for thirst hydration when your skin is really dry and needs a lot of moisture. This is what it's for. I'll show you what the inside looks like. It looks like this. It smells a little bit like, I don't even know, kind of like a sunblock mixed with like a weird Play-Doh. I don't know, but it feels so good. So this is what I like to do right after I cleanse my skin. I also use this like 2 to 3 times a week. It says apply an even layer to clean skin 2 to 3 times a week. Leave on for 10 to 20 minutes. I usually do it for like 30 minutes just because, like I said, my skin is dry. It needs that extra hydration. So if you're looking for a good mask and you're willing to spend a little bit more, I would definitely check out this. They do have like, I want to say maybe like 4, 5, maybe even 6 or 7 other types of masks. So I would definitely check this one out. So now that we've let the oil sink into the skin a little bit, I usually let it sink for way longer, but for the purposes of this video, your girl doesn't have all that time. So we're gonna go ahead and moisturize. This is the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. I love this one, it looks like this. But another one that I definitely recommend is this Air Repair Complexion Boosting Moisturizer. It looks like this. I found it from Birchbox. This one, I don't know what it is, but it makes my skin so soft to the touch, like silky smooth, lots of hydration. This one is a lot thicker, so if you're looking for a good thick moisturizer, I would definitely recommend this one. This one is not as thick. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Clean and Clear one. I like to do 2.5 pumps, just like this much. I'm gonna go ahead and work that into the skin. Another tip that I learned from watching like a bunch of skincare videos is you want to pull the skin upwards. You don't want to drag it down because, I don't know, gravity or nature, I don't know, it'll bring your skin down, and you want everything to be nice and lifted, especially the neck. So the neck is the most important part for me when it comes to going upwards. So that's what I like to do. I'm just gonna go ahead, pat in whatever is left, make sure it's all nice and absorbed. And lastly, the last step is just to use something for your lips. I know this is a skincare video, but lips are just as important, especially in the winter time. I know it's not winter, but it is especially important to hydrate your lips just like it is your skin. So I am a fan of Vaseline. I am obsessed with Vaseline. I feel like there's just nothing better. If you know me, like personally, you know that I always have this on me. Like, it's just so, so good. So once the Vaseline is on, this whole little skincare routine is complete. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload and you won't miss a video. Give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any like video suggestions or ideas, go ahead and put those in the comments. I do have a long list already, but I'm always willing to get more ideas. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.